Hello everyone, welcome back to Go Unify vlog part 2. Let's talk about life. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing alright. Times are strange. There's a lot of uncertainty going on. Funny, I say this because I just tried recording a whole video and I was almost towards the end of this only to find out that my iPhone had completely ran out of storage and I had to re-record it. The whole time I'm thinking it's being recorded, but it wasn't. Now, last time when we spoke, I talked about we got married, and I asked you guys to come up with 3 to 4 activities that could help you with your creativity, and I shared mine. So we'll pick it up right from there. After the wedding, my wife and I, we decided we wanted to explore India before we headed out of India, because we knew we were leaving India, but we both have a level of attachment to India, so it's hard to just say bye to it without exploring it just a little bit. And I'm going to continue to go back to India to explore it because I feel like it has a lot to offer that a lot of countries don't. Culture, for instance, good food, for instance, temples, people, the vibes. So where did we end up going? We took a train. We went to Rajasthan. Funny story, because Rajasthan is huge and there's no way you're gonna cover it within a week. But our plan was to make the most of it. So we picked the 3 cities. I did the planning, so I would like to take credit for that. And we decided to go to 3 cities. I did some research. This is before I flew to India to get married, before the wedding. So the 3 cities that I thought would be good were Jaipur, of course, Jaisalmer, and Jodhpur. And the plan was that we're gonna travel in Indian trains. We're gonna get that whole experience. We go from one city to the other, and it would be awesome. And it was awesome. The first stop was Jaipur. We spent 2 nights in Jaipur, ate delicious food, saw some awesome things. But again, it didn't really feel like we left the city too much because it still had the vibes that it's almost out of the city, but not quite. The second place that we went to was Jodhpur. Now, we had no idea, just like any other individual that goes to a new place and discovers it. So my wife and I are discovering these places together, and that was the beauty of it. Now, we went to Jodhpur and we're looking on Google Maps on what are the things that are worth checking out here, and then we find out. And again, like I could be wrong. These are my personal opinions. This is what we went through. So don't feel bad if you're from there, and you feel like hopefully I didn't offend you in any sort of way. But so we get there and we're looking for things, and it turns out that Jodhpur is a place to go for shopping. For spices, for food, and also for just like for a lot. You see a lot of merchants there, so people are buying things in bulk sale, primarily spices, but a lot of clothes, and there was just a huge market there, and I was like, wow, I was surprised. Amazing food for vegetarians, and finger food snacks that you have with chai, tea for those who don't know what chai is, and a lot of good desserts. You wouldn't believe the kind of desserts they had over there. And to this day, I still think about the kind of sweet delicacies that we found in Jodhpur, and we thought they were really good. Funny story, because for some reason I didn't get the visual experience that I wanted, but I definitely got the taste satisfaction. Well, the 2 nights we spent there, should have spent more. The third destination, like I said, was Jaisalmer, and when we went to Jaisalmer, we got the full experience of being in the desert. We took the whole safari, went on a camel ride, saw the sunset while being on a camel. Next morning, saw the sunrise in a jeep that was doing some kind of stunts in the desert on sand. Wonderful experience. Definitely recommend it. Highly recommend it. I think one of the memorable moments was being on. So they had a whole get together. Some really good folk music was playing, and we decided to that because we were finally out of the city, that we should go for a little walk. My wife and I. to go somewhere not too deep into the desert, because I'll admit I'm afraid of the dark. So we didn't go too far into it, but just enough for us to be away from all the city lights. We already were, but just any sort of lights. And when we looked up, it was literally like looking into the microcosms. And there were stars everywhere, and that in itself was breathtaking. So definitely remember that. You know, and oh, so then this is where things get funny. So now, me being the guy who planned this whole thing, you know, I have to leave something in there just to keep it a little exciting until the very end. So booked the train tickets from Delhi to Jaipur, and then from Jaipur to Jodhpur and Jaisalmer. But I figured we'll just figure out how we're gonna get back. I'm sure there's gonna be something that's gonna happen, and we'll figure out how we're gonna get back. And then next thing you know, that we to the last minute we still haven't decided or figured out how we're gonna get back. Trains were all booked. Well, my wife's Neeta's birthday was the very next day, and we had already planned to get together for everybody in the family to come. So you know, now we're under pressure. Now we got to figure out how we're gonna get back. So we booked flight tickets and flew back, and we literally landed a couple of hours before the party. Had to go get clothes, new clothes. Everything was dirty. Had to get new clothes and get straight to it for the birthday party. And I thought that was all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up right there. I'm gonna end this vlog. I hope you guys liked it. This was part 2. There's gonna be a 3, 4, 5, and you know, if you guys like the series and you can like and comment and share, we're gonna keep this thing going. And I hope we were able to catch up a little bit. I'd love to hear from you guys what you thought of this, how things have been on your end, and I hope you guys are staying safe and staying all right. You know, times are tough with this pandemic. It would be ignorant for me to not mention that things are only getting worse in a lot of different countries all over the world. It's important for us to stay positive, stay strong, and you know, just remember that in life it's very important to get comfortable with uncertainties, you know, because nothing is promised. I know we were taught otherwise when we were young kids, that you know, you focus and you do good in your present and your future is promised. But look, this is a prime example. Without being too pessimistic, I just want to say that these are uncertain times, and the best we could do is be comfortable with uncertainties, you know. Take it one day at a time. I'm sure we'll pull through this as human beings. You know, I don't think we'll pull through this as a Canadian or an Indian or a Singaporean or you know, a Chinese person. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is a time where being unified, hence the channel Go Unify. I think this is a time where unity is the most important thing, and with unity, uncertainties, to be comfortable with uncertainties and to be united as human beings could take us a lot further than just, you know, not being united and being adamant at our own old thought process, you know. So open up your mind, right? That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to end it there. Have a good night, guys, or a good day. I don't know what time you're going to hear this, but please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. Stay positive. Peace.